Hey guys, welcome back. Today we have a Q&A video. I did ask you guys to ask me any question that you had for me on Instagram stories, so I did get quite a few questions. I do have about half an hour today before I have to go out to our Christmas party, so I'm gonna get through as many questions I can in that half an hour that I have. I'm also currently filming Vlogmas, so I need to organize that as well. So it's been a busy December. It's been months since I did my last Q&A, which was really my first Q&A ever on my channel. Oh my goodness, I've had this channel for over 5 years now and I can't believe I've only done a couple of Q&As, and I've been meaning to do these Q&As more regularly, which has really not happened, so I really want to do that in the new year. So without further ado, let's get started with the first question. Going to vacation anytime soon? We really want to. Before we had the baby, so many people have told us that the first year of the baby's life is the best time to travel anywhere because they don't run around everywhere, so it's a lot easier to manage physically. So we definitely thought we were gonna go over to Europe or something within that year. But now, having had the baby for 4 months, I find it's gonna be quite challenging because baby C is a very routinized baby. She loves her routines. So she has her naps, she has her feeding times, and she just absolutely thrives on routine. So I don't know how that's gonna go with long distance traveling. We might really struggle a lot with that. So at the moment we have a couple of ideas. So the first holiday idea that we have is, and we still really need to book this, just after Christmas we wanted to go on a road trip, maybe 2 hours away to Hunter Valley or something, and sleep a couple of nights over at a hotel to see how baby C adjusts to, you know, sleeping in a different environment. So at least we don't have the jet lag to worry about or the long travel on a flight. So we're gonna try that out first and see how that goes. So that vacation is definitely probably happening. And then we really wanted to go to Korea earlier next year when it's not so cold over there. So we're thinking around March or April, we wanted to take baby C to Korea to see the extended family. Hubby's brother also lives in Korea and he hasn't seen his niece yet. So we were thinking of taking her to Korea early next year. We're not too sure. At that point in time, she'll start on her solids as well. So I'm not sure whether it's going to be easy enough for me to travel and make baby food while traveling. So many things to think about, but those two are some holiday plans that we have at the moment. Nothing too ambitious. Next question is from Wendy. Hi Isabelle, any words of advice for someone anxiously waiting on a Birkin 25 going cuckoo? I absolutely know exactly how you feel, babe. When I read your question, I was like, oh my goodness, I've been there. I know exactly how it feels. I know it can feel like it's taking forever for your bag to arrive. What can I say, babe? I really don't know a lot more than you do. I guess I have a little more experience because I have had a few bag offers from my local store. I guess all I can say is that I can totally empathize with you because I've been there. It is not fun. But I think the main thing is if you have a sales associate that you really get along with, you just really need to trust them to get you your bag. We never know when with Hermès. It could be tomorrow, it could be in a couple of months. Sometimes these bags take a year to get to you, but just trust your SA, and you definitely still need to remind them subtly. That may mean that you still need to go into your store regularly to show face, and I know it sounds ridiculous for anyone who's not really into Hermès, but that's just how it is, and I believe it will come your way. Your Birkin 25 is going to be worth the wait. Sorry, I don't have any practical advice. I know this is probably everything that we already know. There's just no magic way to make your bag come any sooner, but I just wanted to say I totally feel for you. Next question from Maria. What is on your Christmas wish list this year? Maria, guess what? I don't have anything on my Christmas wish list this year. It's so bizarre because every single year I've always had something on my wish list. It wasn't specifically a Christmas wish list or anything, but I always had something on my wish list on an ongoing basis. But this year's just been a little different. I guess my mind has been a little preoccupied with the baby and everything too. But even then, you've noticed that we've gone out to the stores, we've gone to Cartier, we've visited Hermès, we've gone to like Chanel, Dior, we checked out a lot of things even with the baby. But I don't really have anything that I'm really wanting at the moment. I do have a couple of fine jewelry pieces that I'm really interested in. That is the Trinity ring still from Cartier, but I feel like my fingers are still not back to their normal size, so I don't want to rush the purchase. But if you ask me if I had anything on my wish list, that will be one thing. And what else? I still want to get some more pieces from the H Decor collection tableware from Hermès. Other than that, I don't have anything specific. I don't have any bag on my wish list. I am pretty happy with where my collection is at the moment. Of course, I would love another mini Kelly from Hermès in a more lighter neutral, but I'm not really in a rush because at the moment it's hard for me to visit the store really regularly. So yeah, that is where I'm up to. Next question, do you like Seline bag? I do actually really love Seline bags. There's one particular bag that I'm quite interested in. It sounds pretty contradictory now that I've just told you I don't really have any bag on my wish list, but now that you're talking about Seline, there is this one bag that I'm quite interested in. It looks like it's made of beautiful leather. It looks clean, it looks sleek, and it's got a pretty good price point for today's standards. I first saw this one on my good Instagram friend Shelia from Luxe Musings. I am really interested in Seline bags. I don't know why I still haven't added one to my collection. I guess I had other priorities. If I'm really honest with you, I was still chasing my Birkin 25, and yeah, now that my core Hermès collection is not complete but somewhat complete, I think I'm going to look into Seline bags a little more now. So to answer your question, yes, I absolutely love Seline bags. Next question, do you prefer your DJoy Mini or the microbook tote that you got recently? Well, let me grab them so we have some eye candy. All right, I'm back with the two bags. So this is my DJoy Micro in this blushy nude color that I got earlier this year. This was actually a new release from the end of last year, so I got it pretty soon after its launch. And this is my mini book tote with the strap, which I recently got. I think I got it about a month ago. They're two very different bags, even though they are both mini bags from the same brand. So it really depends on the occasion. But at the moment, I am definitely using my book tote more because it is a really good everyday crossbody bag. And with the baby, I usually go out with the pram, and this has been a really nice, easy access, comfortable crossbody bag to use that still fits all my essentials. As you can see, I was just using this yesterday, but this DJoy mini bag is so cute. Two very different vibes, so I couldn't pick one over the other, but in terms of the frequency of use, definitely this book tote. It's just got better cost per wear, obviously, but there's just something really nice about this micro DJoy bag. It looks pretty classic Dior, and it makes for a really nice occasion bag. So I cannot tell you which one my favorite is, but I guess if I had to just choose one, I'll choose the book tote because it's just something that I use a lot more. Well, baby C is just woken up from her nap. She's yawning in her cot. I'm gonna see if I can squeeze a few more minutes out before I have to go grab her. She's not crying yet, so I'm just gonna let her play in her cot. Next question from My Rach. Any travel plans with your hubby and baby C soon? I've already answered this question, but thank you for the question, babe. Next, from Melanie, 2024 wishlist items. Again, like I've already explained, I don't have too many items on my wish list, so I'm just going to take it as it comes, play it by ear. If something really interests me, I might look into it, but if not, I probably still won't have a set wish list for 2024, which is exactly what I did this year, which led me to fewer purchases actually, so that's been really good. But the purchases that I've made, they've been really great quality purchases that I'm really happy with. But yeah, again, the Trinity ring, I'm still really interested in, and this is not a 2024 wish list, but sometime in the future I'd love to have another mini Kelly from Hermès. Next question, what do you think of the Hermès Constance? You know what, actually, I've talked about this before to you guys. I used to really dislike it because I found the H logo, that metal H plate, a little too loud and obnoxious, and it just didn't seem like a very elegant looking bag. So I have to say, it's still not my favorite choice if I had to choose a bag from Hermès. But you know what, guys? It's actually been growing on me. I've been seeing the Constance bags on random people on the streets, and I guess the more you see something, the more you start liking it. I'm not sure, but yeah, I quite like it these days. But I believe the Hermès Constance bags cost about the same as your Birkin 25 or Kelly 25 bag. So if one was offered to me, I'm not sure if I'll take it for that price point. But then again, even Chanel Classic Flaps are like 17,000 Australian dollars these days. So I guess relatively speaking, it is still worth it. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna buy one, but yeah, it's been growing on me. Next question, if you could place your HSS again, what colors would you pick? Love seeing baby C. Oh, thank you, babe. So HSS meaning the special order bag from Hermès. I did mention in my best and worst purchases video this year that I wish that I had gotten a different combination for my Paris special order Birkin 25 in the gold color, because I ended up getting a very similar Birkin from my home store, which is a Birkin 25 in the Brenier leather. So I've been getting a few questions from you guys what I would have chosen instead. Just off the top of my head, I know Joe asked me as well, Joe Overjoyed. You left a YouTube comment for me as well, so I might answer the question here. It would have been between two bags, either a mini Kelly or still the Birkin 25 in a different color combination. I have had two opportunities to place a special order bag from Hermès, one from my local store here in Sydney and the other one obviously from Paris last year. Both times I made a decision based on the logic that I'm probably only gonna get this opportunity to do a special order since I'm not a huge spender at Hermès, relatively speaking. So I wanted to get something timeless that is going to see me through many years, and something that I've really wanted in a quota bag that is really hard to come by. So the first one I picked, the Cray Kelly 25 Cellier, and the second because I really Baby C's making a lot of sounds, so I'm gonna quickly go grab her. Mommy's been filming. Here we are. Do you want to say hello to everyone? Do you want to say hello? You just woke up from your nap. Who's that in the screen? Who's that? Who's that? Did you have a good sleep? Did you have a good sleep? Are you gonna lie next to mommy while she's filming? Okay. I'm gonna set you up your cushion. And you can stay here. I'll give you a toy. Sorry guys, I just lied her down next to me in her little cushion. So you might just hear her here and there. She's just watching me. Anyway, where was I? Yes, so the second time that I got an opportunity to do the special order, I also wanted to pick something really classic that is going to see me through many years, and something that I just haven't been able to get that I absolutely wanted, which is why I got the gold Birkin 25. So if I had to do it all over again for the second time, like I said, it would be between the mini Kelly and another Birkin. Mini Kelly because I have my black mini Kelly and I use that thing so much. It is an easygoing bag to use. It doesn't look too fleshy, it's not too boxy, it's not so formal, or it's not too loud. So I really enjoy using my black mini Kelly. It's even my go-to travel bag. So just on usage, I would have loved another mini Kelly in a lighter neutral. Maybe I would have even done a bi-color. I've always been more a single color girl, but in a mini Kelly, because it's such a small bag, I think I would have been happy to even do two colors, but I still probably would have gone for a subtle combination. I can't even think of a color that I would have done, but it would be in a lighter neutral or a pastel-y color maybe, and possibly a two-tone. So that would have been one option. But to be honest with you, these two opportunities that I had are probably going to be the only SO opportunities for me. I mean, I would love another one from my home store, but if I only had two chances to do a special order, I actually would want a Birkin and a Kelly. So because I already have a Kelly in an SO, I probably would have still gone for a Birkin 25 over the mini Kelly, but just not in the gold color. Again, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what color I would have really gone for. Depending on what the seasonal colors are, I might have even gone for a pop of color. I definitely don't think I would have gone for a classic color like black, etoupe, gold, even cray, because I already have a cray bag, so nothing in the whitish color either. I probably would have gone for a pop of color, maybe a poppy green or even yellow. I absolutely love the John Amber color. You can see I love the mustard yellow. So I actually would have gone for a fun pop of color that really spoke to me in a Birkin 25 that was available for that season. That was a long-winded answer. Next question, do you have a job besides all the work that a mum/wife does? I guess what you mean by this is if I work outside the house, and if that's your question, yes I do. I am a full-time dentist, currently on maternity leave. I do miss working and just having that routine. I just need to organize childcare for my baby. Luckily, my parents and hubby's parents all live very close by, so I think they can definitely help us looking after baby C. I don't really want to send her to daycare just yet. I want her to be a little bit older. So yeah, again, I went on a tangent, but yes, I do have a job outside being a mom and a wife. Also, making videos on this YouTube channel has become a little bit of a side hustle for me as well. So that is an extra little job that I do. Next one, would you ever do a bi-color SO? I think I've already answered that question. Yes, probably. Now that I've got my core Hermès bag collection that are my holy grails, I wouldn't mind adding a bi-color SO if I get the opportunity in the future. Next question, tips on paying less tax when purchasing luxury goods overseas, please. I think it really depends on the country that you're going to, but I know most people mean Europe when you mean purchasing luxury goods overseas. I usually just like to shop in Paris or London because I just love the vibes there. But if you strictly mean where you can get the most tax refund, I'm not sure if that's your question. If that's the case, I think certain countries give you more VAT refund. I think Spain is one of them. Italy gives you a little more as well. I know France only gives you 10% or 12% back. So yeah, I think doing your research to see which country gives you the most amount of VAT tax back, that is probably what you need to look into. Next question, what would be your top 5 fine jewelry capsule collection? My fine jewelry collection is already quite minimal, I'd say. So I may not have that many more pieces than 5 pieces. If I had to pick 5, I think I would go for definitely my Justin Clue bracelet, my love ring, because I've been wearing them a lot. Do my wedding ring and engagement ring count? Not sure if they count. If they count, can they just be the one because they're a set? I would keep my 2 pieces from Hermès, so the finesse necklace and my each happy ring. I don't know how to say that, but yeah, they would be my top 5 picks. Next question, assuming they're the same price, which is better investment, jewelry, watches, or handbags? I think it really depends on your personal preference and your lifestyle. In terms of the monetary value, items from each of those categories can really be great investments. Certain types of items can be great investments and others can be really poor investments. So for example, if you're talking handbags, some handbags go up in value over time, whereas other bags, as soon as you buy them and take them out of the store, the value has gone down. Same with watches. Some watches are really readily available that as soon as you buy it, the resale value is pretty low, whereas some watches are so high in demand that as soon as you buy it, the value goes up, and over time the value will keep going up. Good examples are Rolex Professional models, Patek's Nautilus, AP Royal Oak. Those watches, as soon as you buy them, you are making money. I guess with jewelry, unless you're talking really high-end jewelry, mostly as soon as you buy your jewelry, I don't think they really retain their value really well. For each of the categories, I think it really depends on what item you're talking about. But if you mean investment in the sense that it is an investment for your wardrobe and what you get to wear, I think it totally comes down to what kind of item you get the most use out of. For me, it'll be jewelry because I tend to wear them the most, and then it'll be handbags, and then it'll be watches because I don't really wear watches. Next question, do you plan to move to a bigger house, and how many kids do you plan to have? Yes, we are planning to move to a bigger house once baby C is a little older. We do already own a house that is pretty big that we plan to move into. That house will be a lot of work for us to live in at the moment, especially with a very young baby. So at the moment, our lifestyle suits apartment living, which is why we're in an apartment at the moment. But I can see that things are quickly getting a little too small because we've got a lot of baby things. To be honest, I think our baby things are pretty minimal. We haven't bought too many things, but still the place is getting a little bit cluttered. If we ever have another kid, I think we definitely have to move to our house, but probably still when that baby's a little older as well, because living in an apartment, Strata does everything for you. There's really minimal amount of housework that you have to do. So that is the plan at the moment. Do we plan to have any more kids? I think it's too soon for me to really think about a second kid at the moment, since I've just recovered from everything and my body is just starting to feel closer to back to normal. It is definitely a huge task to be pregnant and to give birth again and to go through that whole newborn phase again. But I think hubby and I would eventually want one more kid. I think we're gonna be happy with 2. That will be manageable enough, I think. And if we were to have another kid, I think we probably don't want to wait too long because we don't want the age gap between baby C and the second one to be too big. And also we are getting older as well. I've mentioned this already. I'm in my mid-30s, so I probably want to have another kid before I'm 40. So we probably can't wait too long, but we just want to give ourselves a bit of time before we really make the decision. Next question. Do you plan to expand your family in the not so distant future? Again, I've already answered that. And there was another question that was similar, so I'll just tie that one in as well. So it was, how many kids do you like to have? How has motherhood been to you? So like I mentioned, probably 2 kids will be ideal. How has motherhood been to you? It's been a bit of an emotional roller coaster, but at the current stage, I am really enjoying it. I am loving it. I love baby C. It's just so fun, so cute. It's so rewarding to see a little human being grow that you're nurturing. It's just something that is a really different experience. There's definitely physical exhaustion and all that, but I think we've been really lucky that baby C is such a good baby. She feeds well, she sleeps well, so we really can't complain. So motherhood has been great in the last, say, month or 2, but prior to that, I did have a little case of postnatal depression. So the first month was really, really, really tough for me. It all started from the hospital. I had my baby via C-section by choice. I just weighed up all the pros and cons of natural versus C-section, and it was just my personal choice to go for a C-section. And recovery was okay, but I did end up getting some reactions on my skin, not at the scar, but a little away on my belly. Still, the doctors have no idea what caused that, but I took some steroids and it just all settled down. So it has been a little bit of a difficult healing time. And I also had a lot of hip pain, which I don't know, it sounds weird because I didn't even have vaginal birth. So the first month was physically really exhausting for me, and breastfeeding has been so hard. It was so hard to latch baby C on. My milk came in late. Then I had undersupply. So those things really made the first month or 2 really, really challenging. Plus, baby C was not a newborn that slept all the time. She sleeps really well now from about month 2, but everyone told me that newborns just sleep and eat and sleep and eat, but she just wasn't a very sleepy newborn until, you know, she got to a good sleep pattern about 2 months in. And she was also colic, so every single night she'll have this crazy witching hour for about 3-4 hours, just screaming and crying non-stop. So hubby and I were just taking turns holding her, contact sleeping all the time. The first 2 months were really, really hard, and for me to just deal with my postpartum appearance was challenging as well. I'm not the most vain person, but still it was hard for me to deal with the, you know, saggy belly, the increased weight that I was carrying. I don't know, it was a very emotional time. But now I feel so much better. One, baby C has a much better routine. She's really happy. She's getting really cute, really smiley. I just love seeing glimpses of my features and hubby's features in her. It's just a very different, surreal experience. And we've got a good sort of routine going, and my physical recovery as well. I feel so much more normal, starting to lose the belly. Everything is firming up again. I am much happier in my skin. So yes, that is a very long-winded answer again to your question. Next question. What was your postpartum experience like? Again, I've just answered that. Are you interested in a Constance? What Hermès bags are on your wish list? Again, I've already covered that. How did you lose the baby weight so fast? Oh babe, it was not fast at all, and I still have a long way to go. So those of you who watch me regularly know that I put on about 19 kilos, 18 or 19 kilos over the span of my pregnancy. So the first 10 kilos just came off naturally within the first 2 months. I wasn't doing anything. I was eating a lot as well, but I guess I was breastfeeding too. The first 7 kilos just came off as soon as I came home from the hospital. I guess I had a big baby. Baby C was born at 3.5 kilos, and then the next 3 kilos just naturally came down. After I lost that 10 kilos, it was just not moving at all. But I guess I wasn't eating the best. I was eating a lot. I was still eating junk at night after putting the baby down for her sleep because I just wanted to relax and eat and watch Netflix. That continued for about 6 weeks or so. And then about 2 weeks ago, I decided I need to snap out of this. I need to eat healthier, and I just need to start getting back into my old shape. So I started exercising a lot more. So you guys know that I already go to Pilates twice a week, and then I I've actually been doing cardio every single day for half an hour. So I go to the gym and I just do this sort of interval cardio where I run for a minute, walk for a couple of minutes, run for a minute, walk for a couple of minutes. Apparently that burns more fat. So I do that for half an hour every single day. So I've been doing that for the last 2 weeks. And eating as well, I've been really trying to eat simpler, more raw foods, more vegetables. So just making healthier choices with eating. I might share more of what I eat in a day with you guys in the future. I did show you a glimpse of what I've been eating in my first Vlogmas videos, and I lost 3 further kilos. So out of the 18 kilos, so far I lost 13. So I've got another 5 kilos to go. So yes, it wasn't fast. Yeah, I've just been trying to eat simpler and exercise more. So yeah, they're just, I guess, normal things that you do for weight loss. Next question. What's the theme of your home decor? Hubby and I are lost on what to purchase first. Oh babe, tell me about it. It is so difficult to know what we're doing in terms of furnishing a place. So we don't really have a theme, but if I were to say a few words, it would be like warm, modern, dark wood. You know, I'm not really an interior designer. I'm not really into that. But basically we just went with a color theme and stuck with it. Most of our furniture is in the walnut brown color and the sofa is in this gray tweed. So everything's pretty neutral, and we just added some color with some soft furnishings like the Hermès cushion with a bit of yellow. So that's basically it. I think just pick a couple of colors that you really love and just work around that. Next question. With Baby C, what bags have you not been reaching out to and what new bags are you looking to get? So with Baby C, I have not been reaching for most of my bags because I am not really going out that much at the moment with a very young baby. So the only bags that I've really been reaching for are the easy crossbody bags that I carry on a daily basis when I just take her out in a pram. You guys know that my new Dior book tote has been great for that in the mini size with a strap. I've also been using my Hermès Mini Evelyn a lot, which I never used before the baby. So it's great that I kept it. It's just such an easy, pliable, comfortable mum bag. I've also been using my Lululemon everyday belt bag a lot. So basically anything that fits all my essentials that are really easy to use, that's a crossbody in a smaller size, I've been using. And I really haven't been reaching for really my Birkins, Kellys, even mini Kelly, not really. And any of the dressier bags I haven't reaching for at all, like my Chanel flaps, my Lady Dior. I'd say 80% of my collection I haven't been reaching for. And those few bags that I mentioned are the ones that I've really been using. Oh, plus my Frère Lepage tote bags for Pilates. Next question, do you budget for your luxury purchases? If so, how? I did a couple of videos on this topic, so I'm gonna link them in the description section below. Next question, do you ever use your Plan bag? I just bought the same one. Congratulations on your new purchase. I have been using it quite a lot before I had the baby, but since then I haven't really been using it because the opening is really small and I've just been preferring something that has an easier access. So, oh, hubby's home because we're going on our Christmas lunch. What's this?
From my friend.
Who's your friend?
Wendy.
Oh, for baby?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Should we do a little unboxing? Let's just unbox Baby C's gift here while we're at it. I might actually include this in the vlog instead of this Q&A. So the vlog will be up in a few days, so I'll include this footage there because it's kind of random. All right, back to our Q&A. Yes, the Plan bag. Yeah, I used to use it a lot before the baby came, but now with the baby, the opening's a little small, so I haven't really been reaching for it at this stage of my life, but it is still something that I really, really love. But yeah, I just haven't been using it at the moment. Next question, does Baby C have a Korean name? Yes, she does. But I have been keeping Baby C's name sort of private. I don't know if I am going to reveal her names in the future, but at the moment we will. Oh. Do you want to tell everyone your name? Yeah, but at the moment we're just keeping it private. But yes, she does have a Korean name. Are you getting bored? Mummy's nearly done. Next question from Nahid. Do you share your wish list with hubby so he can pick from there to surprise on Christmas? To be honest, we don't really do surprises anymore. We normally go shopping together and pick out presents together. So to answer your question, no. Also, I don't really have a wish list in general at the moment, so it will be a no. Next question. Enjoyed your vlog showing what you made for dinner. What else do you like to cook for dinner? I might actually do a whole video on some easy recipes that have been really good for healthy eating, but I'm not a huge cook, so I just go for simple recipes. I just look recipes up online and just try them. Lately, I've been loving making this broccoli tofu toss. It's a healthy recipe, so that's been my go-to. I've also been making a lot of egg omelets with cabbage inside, so maybe I'll show you more of what I cook in my day in my next vlogmas. I might have to wrap this up pretty soon because baby C is getting so agitated, I think. Oh, she's done well. She's been sitting here for like a good 20 minutes. I'm sorry, baby. Just very quickly, next question. Can you share your birth story? Sorry if I missed it. I think I covered a lot of this in my postpartum experience question as well, but I might talk about it a little more in a future vlog or something as well. Sorry. Next question. Okay. I think we're gonna have to hold you to finish this video. I just have a couple more questions that I want to get to. I probably still can't answer all your questions because I don't know how long we have until baby C really needs proper attention. Next question, can you show us your closet/office? I did a closet tour last year, I believe, so I'll link that one below. How do you organize your jewelry? I only have a very minimalistic collection, so I just keep everything in one box, which I'll insert a clip of. Just a couple more questions from my friend Fashion Fly Live Free. What's next on Hermès Wishlist? I think I've already covered this briefly as well, but in terms of a quota bag, I probably only want another mini Kelly in a lighter neutral, but I'm not really in a rush or anything, so yeah, it can happen whenever. I don't really have any other bags on my wish list at the moment. In terms of just general everything else, I'm pretty happy with everything that I have already. I am pretty happy with my shoe collection. I do want to add a couple more ready-to-wear pieces in the future after I get back to my normal figure again, but at the moment I'm not shopping any clothes at all, let alone high-end clothes. The only other thing that I could think of is I would absolutely love to add some more pieces from their H decor collection. One of you actually told me that Hermès is discontinuing the H decor collection, which I hope is not true. I want to add some more pieces before they discontinue it, if that is true. Let me know if you know anything about that. And I think I'm just gonna answer one more question from Joe Overjoyed. What has surprised you most about yourself as a mother and baby C as your daughter? The most surprising thing, I have to say, I'm surprised that I have such a good baby. I know it can sound a little braggy, but I really mean it. Baby C is such a good baby. I am not the most relaxed person. I'm not the most patient person. Apparently, I was never a good sleeper as a baby. I was basically a bit of a nightmare for my mum to raise when I was really young. So I'm just really surprised that she has been such a good baby and that we resumed having our more normal routine again this quickly. So baby C again is only 4 months old and she is sleeping so well, feeding so well, smiles all the time. She's such a happy baby. I don't know how we got so lucky. The other thing is I was never that girl who always really dreamed of being a mom. I don't think I was really ever like that. I was more someone who was pretty neutral about it. I may have kids one day, I may not, but I wasn't really clucky, if you want to call it that. I'm really surprised that I'm really enjoying motherhood. I always found the thought of motherhood really daunting before I had baby C, and I always thought, I don't know if I'm really gonna be a good mom material, and I still probably have a lot that I can improve on, but yeah, I've actually been really enjoying motherhood, which surprised me as well. I think I need to go and feed baby C and finish getting ready for my Christmas party. So I might leave this Q&A here. I'm sorry I didn't get to all the questions. I just went through whatever I could. I will definitely do another Q&A. Look out on my Instagram stories. I'll always post a Q&A there for you guys to ask questions on. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my Q&A. I hope you enjoyed it and I can't wait to see you again soon in my next video. Bye guys.